Welcome back to another Alliance War. This time around, 4 Loki is taking on TAIN, Atypical Alliance. And this war is going to be slightly different in who I bring with me, at least. I've got Stark Spidey still, I've got Void still, but in place of the normal blade that you guys are used to seeing, I've got Gwenpool. And the reason for that is because there are a few different science champions on my path. And I still would have brought in Blade had I had a 5-star version of him, just because he pretty much has the same damage output as Gwenpool, along with all the healing and all that good stuff. And then I can still get my Stark Spidey synergy and everything, but because I only have the 4-star, Gwenpool will have to do the job here. First node up is a Hulk, and there's not a ton to say about this fight other than, you can still see where some mistakes are made. I mean, I don't know if you want to call it a mistake even. I do take a lot of block damage in this fight. You're going to see that coming up in just a moment here. The plan was to try to get him to a special 2. And I just end up taking a lot more hits before getting an opening to push him to a special 2 than I would have liked. So finally get the opening there, get him to a special 2. But you can see I took like 10% damage while all of that was happening. And that probably wasn't necessary. The special 1 from Hulk is not too difficult to evade, but the special 2 is just a little bit easier, a little bit safer in my opinion, so that's why I was trying to go for it. Either way, it's not that big of a deal, as long as I didn't lose too much health where I have to, use a ton of potions to heal up or something like that, then I'm fine. Next node up is actually Doc McShoddy. Shout out to Doc McShoddy. And this is going to be a MODOK. I knew this was going to be a MODOK going into this fight. Somebody else had already called out that they found Sentry on the map, so I knew this was going to be MODOK. Just going to go ahead and boost up so that way I can take out the rest of my path here. And I popped on a couple of bigger boosts here. Not the biggest, but 25% health instead of one of the smaller ones, just because I thought we had a pretty good shot at winning this war. So I was really trying my best not to die. I mean, I always try my best not to die. It doesn't always work out, but I always try. And anyway, this is the stun immune node as well. And even though I flipped to Stark Spidey there, I knew I was going in with Gwenpool all along for this fight. And the plan is just to not do a 5-hit combo, really, unless I break his block early. Like, I'm not trying to do any heavy attacks or anything like that. I'm just trying to, like, even when he's blocking, you actually do decent chip damage against this guy. So, that's all I was really looking to do. Just whatever chip damage I could. And if his auto block kind of broke halfway through my combo, then I would go and finish the 5 hits. But aside from that, just trying to play it a little bit safe here. He's pretty generous with throwing out those heavies, giving me these openings. And he will be going down in another special 1, trying to bait this special 1 out. There we go. A couple more shots. He was really not allowing me to get any attacks in there. I ended up taking a few hits, but that's not that big of a deal since this is actually going to be the last time that you see Gwenpool for this war. So that's fine. Taking a little bit of that extra damage there, no biggie. Alright, so MODOK is down. Not a difficult fight, not a difficult node, just a little bit of a slow fight where you kind of have to be patient against MODOK and wait for those openings and chip him down through the block. Alright, we've got a 5-star tech champion on the Recovery Limber Buffet node, and I wasn't entirely sure who I was going to see here. I mean, I see Stark Spidey in the profile, but I wasn't sure if it was going to be him or some other kind of tech champion. And it turns out it is Stark Spidey. Okay, so the plan here is to try not to stun him until I'm ready to throw a special out. But I already stunned him once right there early on. It was kind of an accident. You don't really have too many stuns to play around with on this this Limber node here, especially with everybody. Basically everybody is running 5 points in the Limber Mastery as well, so you really don't have many stuns to work with. And when you're trying to stun and not follow it up with a regular attack, when you're trying to follow it up with a special attack, that window is very small. So yeah, I'm going to try to do that in just a moment here. We'll see how that works out. Get the stun. Just trying to bait it. Just trying to get the parry right there. There we go. Got it. And nope. Was not fast enough. So, okay. I knew at this point that, okay, the game plan has to change. The game plan is just get to my special 3. I want to use my special 3 after Fear of the Void is active. This way, you know, at least it'll hit somewhat hard. It's not the hardest hitting special 3, but at least I'll have that up. And just try to be patient with the debuffs applying naturally to this guy. Still get my attacks in because, you know, all that damage adds up, especially with all the degen that he's taking from these debuffs. You know, all that residual damage kind of adds up, and then whenever Buffet is off cooldown, I can get that reverse healing going. And yeah, at this point, I'm about to get the 6th debuff. Trying to, you know, wait for Fear of the Void, like I said, before I pop my special 3. And just going to bait out one more special 1 from Stark Spidey here, just in case the special 3 doesn't kill him, because actually I didn't think it was going to kill him, but I actually got a couple of crits. 3 out of 5 of those S-hits were crits, so that helped me out a ton. Special 3, turn it to Sentry, and yeah, man, Sentry. Is this the Sentry buff that Kabam did? I don't know. He seems a lot better. He seems a lot better. As long as he changes from Void to Sentry, then he seems a lot better. Yeah, Stark Spidey is down. Alright, so that was a pretty annoying fight, but you know, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. It was just annoying that I couldn't get a special 1 off, and there was nothing I could really do. I mean, I could get a heavy attack. I could hit him with a heavy attack, and then get the special 1 going, I suppose, but I felt like it was just safer to not even bother. Alright, so we got a 4-star Science Champion, and I wasn't quite sure exactly what I wanted to do here as far as boosting goes. I actually know that I'm going to go in here with Stark Spidey. Pop the Enhanced Special 1 boost. I was thinking that this was going to be Abomination, actually, and it was. It could have been anyone else, but I've never really seen a Science Champion on this node. I'm thinking, man, the only Science Champion good enough to be on this node is perhaps Abomination, just to kind of trip up somebody, you know, going in here with a skill bleeder to get all those poisons on him. So I'm trying not to hit him much until I get 10 poise charges. That's why I held back on some of those earlier combos. And then I'm just gonna try to you know, get to my special 2 as fast as I possibly can. I mean, I didn't really pop that special 1 boost for this node. That was for you know, the following node, the Power Shield, but I figured it would help here as well. And I'm glad that I popped it because I barely took any poison damage since I was able to, you know, take out so much of his life there with that special 2 at the end. So ended up saving me probably a little bit of units. I was just starting to get poisoned at the end, and if I took, you know, anything more than like 2,000 damage, then I would have healed it up. Had to use a potion. So ended up working out. All right, we got the enhanced special 2, and it's a tech champion. I was thinking that this is going to be Sentinel. I don't see anything in the profile to give away what it is. Thought this was going to be Sentinel. And turns out it's classic Ultron. Okay, a little bit of a surprise. A happy surprise for me here. I don't. The only problem is since I don't have Blade on my team right now, I am starting with 0 poise charges. So even though I have, you know, 2 bars of power already, it's going to take me a little bit of time to build up the poise charges. And you're going to see here, I have a little bit of a hard time. There's a couple of aids there where I didn't really, you know, trigger dexterity, but finally start getting some poise charges, and I was like, you know what, let me just pop the special 2. I don't think it's going to kill him. I'll probably have to get a different special 2 up. But no, man, look at that shock damage. That turns out was enough. So classic Ultron goes down. Much better war than the last one I uploaded, where I got absolutely wrecked. I did not die in this war. That was my my final fight, final participation for this one. We did, however, end up losing. TAIN, Atypical Alliance, they did beat us, so yeah, shout out to those guys. Congrats, guys. And we are looking forward to a possible rematch at some point. I'm sure we'll see each other again, maybe in Season 2 or in between season or something. But in any case, guys, that is it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.